Welcome guys, Jay Vishwas here. I'll be making a quick review on how to create a frequency separation on your own. As a beginner, I'll be teaching you from scratch to the end so you could understand on how to retouch the skin of your model in a pro way. As a beginner, you will enjoy this tutorial. I've been told in my private group where we photographers do communicate in the private group. Although if you really want to join the group, you can join the group in the description below. In the group, I was told they really want to know more how to retouch their model skin, that is how to make use of the frequency separation properly. And some people also asked me I should make a tutorial on how to create dot and bond, and some asked me on how to apply LUTs and how to create a LUT, and some asked me how to color grade in a good way and your skin tone to bright up, and some asked me also on how to make a skin glow. Don't worry, I will make a tutorial for everything one by one, but let's start with frequency separation on how to retouch first. So let's begin. So welcome back on this tutorial. So the first thing you have to do, because norms, you might have a model which have a blemishes on this face. Let me zoom in for you so you can see well. As this model, it has blemishes you need to get rid of before starting the frequency separation. Because if you start the frequency separation before starting your retouching, if you start your retouching without removing all these blemishes, it will really affect your retouching. So the first thing you have to do as a beginner, you have to remove all these blemishes on your face before creating your frequency separation and start retouching. So let me show you first on what you have to use, the tools you will use to clean up the blemishes. So you're making use of this, you might make use of this patch tool. It's really easy for some people, but I'll be making of spot alien brush. So this is spot alien brush. So you see, when you clean, then it's wiped off. So when you do the same thing, it's wiped off. You see, just make use, and then you see those things are wiping off. Yeah, you see this, you see, you can't see anything there. Sorry about the keyboard on the screen. I'm making use of a Microsoft pad, so with my mouse inside, so because you can retouch without mouse on this my personal computer. So this is spot alien tools. You should know this spot alien tools. If you really don't want to make use of spot alien tools to clean your blemishes, you can make your pastures. This was the first thing I started using before because I really like it. So let me show you the sample. I like the place, but it's really gonna go into a long way. You see, it's really gonna go into a long way, like it's gonna really take your time. So I will advise you to use the spot alien tools. So I won't be wasting you guys time because I really want to make a quick review on this thing. So I'll be fast forwarding these things, but don't worry, you won't get out of anything. Like you will see everything I'm doing. So if you want to increase your brush size, this is what you use. This is the key you use. As you can see, the brush, you see the brush is getting bigger. You see the brush is getting bigger, and this is what you want. So if you want to reduce it, you will use this to reduce it. You see it's getting smaller, and you see it's getting smaller. So the size you want to remove from the blemishes on the skin, so you choose the size, then you make use of it. So now I'll meet you in a jiffy. Welcome back, guys. So I guess you can say this from here. So I'll show you the before and after of this, the blemishes I remove. So I didn't here, so you know the before. Say, as you can see on the face, that's before. Then after, it went off. So let me zoom it very well so you can see what I'm talking about. As this, you can see that there's no blemishes anymore. So this before, as you can see, you see blemishes on the faces, on the face rather. So on the days after I move the blemishes, as you can see, let me move the keyboard so you can see it very well. So increase it. So as you can see right now, there's no blemishes on the face. So before, this is before, you can see the blemishes right here, so many places there. So then after, as you can see, that they are all disappeared. So let's start frequency separation. The first step you're going to make, you're going to duplicate. Okay, let me bring this back. Control 0 bring it back to normal size. I will zoom it out to the normal size. So now we're starting frequency separation. The first step you're going to do is Control J, it duplicate the layer, then Control J again to duplicate the layer again. This will be the high frequency separation, and this will be the low frequency separation. This means the color, and this up means the textures of the skin, and this is the color. This is the two you're making use of. So let me rename this to high frequency separation. Then that means A, so you won't mistake your layers when you are retouching. So you have to just rename it as a beginner. So this is what you do. So I just want to make a short form of my item, high frequency separation, that's HFS. That is it. And this to rename, that is low frequency separation, LFS, the low frequency separation. What you're going to do next is the low frequency separation, that's the color. We're going to make use of this first. This is what we are still going to work on after we create our frequency separation folder. So next thing we're going to do right now is we go to filter, then we go to blur, then Gaussian blur. So this, as a beginner, let me move the keyboard. So as a beginner, the first thing I will ask you to do when you want to start your retouching, the blur radius you will have to choose is within 5 and 6. You can increase it to any amount of radius you want. But as a beginner, your radius should be between 5 and 6 for now. Let me tell you the secret about this, the radius, the blur, the Gaussian blur. The more you increase your Gaussian blur, the more the textures of the skin you are using, of the image you are using, is more sharper and more thicker when you increase the blur. But I'll be telling you that for now. But as for the professionals, they make use of different radius. It depends on the image you want to make use of. That's the image. That's when you know, okay, this is what radius I'll make use of. This is the actual radius, maybe whether to increase it or whether to reduce it. You will understand what I'm talking about when you try it more and more to be professional. Although I'm not a professional, but I'm just trying to tell you the things I observe. I would say no YouTube tutorial will tell you about this radio stuff, the way you increase or the way you reduce on YouTube, because there are some things they will remove. They'll just only just show you some numbers you have to use as a beginner, then just blah blah blah, then you started your video for you. But I'm just trying to explain and make a clarification about this radius. So we're making use of 6.0 radius to pick it up. So then enter. So as you can see, it's blur. So then you will unhide the high frequency separation. So click on the high frequency separation, then go to image, then image, then apply image. After I apply image, I guess you can see what I'm talking about. So you will match low frequency separation. As you can see here, it's not the high frequency separation, we are the high frequency separation layer. So the low frequency separation layer, you will click on it. You're not clicking on the others at the down, you're clicking on the low frequency separation layer. Click on it. So then you choose RGB. Then on RGB, then you should subtract 100%, scale 2, and offset 128. Then you click OK. As you can see, you see some textures here, right here. I'll zoom in. Yeah, we are working on 8-bit. Yeah, we are working on 8-bit image. So assuming 16-bit, you go to add. Then that was later things. We were going to 8-bit. We are still making use of 8-bit image. So you see the textures is not really showing very well on these textures like this, because you not increase the radius, but that's the normal right radius we should make use of. So next, then you go to this normal, then click on it, then you choose linear light. Now as you can see, it's back to the image. So let's group the two of them. Then you click Ctrl G to group, or you choose it manually here. This is the group. If you want to group them, so group them. As you can see right here, they are all in group. The two of them are in the group, the high frequency separation and the low frequency separation. Then rename it what you want, like okay, FS, frequency separation. So now this is what we are working on, the low frequency separation. We're making use of our brush. This is the brush tools, mixer brush tools. So this is my mixer brush tools. The weight 49, the load 40, then the mix 46, and flow 37. These are not the brush I'm going to use on this project. Totally different. Only when you're making use of this, either I'm making use of a radius of 10, 15, and 20 size to 20, or I guess no 20, no 25. Let me increase to 25. 25 is okay. Yeah, 25. Then they'll make the load 30. Yeah, 30. Then the mix 30. Then let me choose the flow should be 25. Oh no, let me choose 22. Yeah, you can make different settings for yourself. You can make different settings for yourself, but as for me, I make use of different settings for different image and different radius. So, and also caution, make sure this is on this, not on this. If it's on this, it's going to be white, and then not this, it's going to be on clean the brush after each stroke. As you can see, you make use of it, then turn up this, make sure it's not on this, then it's on this. Then the other side, it looks the background, put it on clean mode, as you can see. And the brush should be soft brush, like the hardness should be 0. You don't need it to be hard. So let's begin. So what you're going to do first is going to increase control, then plus, increase the size of the image. Caution, do not increase the image, do not zoom in the image so much like this, then start retouching. You won't really know the face. It will really dismantle the face. You won't know where to put your light, to adjust your light. No, on this skin, let me show you something, way to caution yourself as a beginner. If you want to understand retouching and where to retouch first, you will see there's a light here. This is the highlight, the shadows. Do not bring the shadow out too much to the highlight, and do not bring the highlight out to the shadows. I guess you understand what I'm talking about. Maintain where the light is, the highlight is, and maintain where the shadows is. So it will make it difficult for you, and it will make the face, your model face, looks like a masquerade. This is the first mistake I made as a beginner then. So now do not increase to that extent. Just reduce it a little bit here, as you can see. Then you caution yourself and retouch anywhere you want. So let's begin. Let's increase the brush a little bit, then make use of it. When you click, then you like you clean, like when you click on it, then you rotate just the image. So you click, rotate the image, rotate the image, then do not pass the highlight, the shadows. Choose the shadow, as you can see, the shadow, then the highlight, as you can see. Do not pass the shadow. This is the shadow right here. Choose the shadow, the highlight. Do not pass the highlight areas, the zone. They all have zones. So I would advise you to start with the forehead when you are retouching. So you reduce the size so it will clean these areas. So you reduce the size, then click. After you click, you hold your click, then you will clean where you want, you retouch where you want, and retouch. Click, retouch, click, retouch. As you can see, click, retouch, click, retouch, click, retouch, click, retouch. I'm doing this as a beginner. Click, retouch, retouch. This is the highlight side, the areas of the highlights. It should have been then. You see, the shadows. There's the shadows, the areas. Then areas. Let me show you before and after. Before, as you can see right there, then after, as you can see, it's cleaning up. So let me get some areas done before I show you another step. Click, remember, click, you hold your clicking, then you retouch, then release it, then find another place. Do not mix the highlights. Like, you will click the highlights, you retouch the highlights areas, then leave you leave your clicking, then choose the areas again, mirror the shadow again, then click the shadow, then rotate it, then you click. So, and I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. When you click, you hold your clicking, you choose the highlight areas, and when you hold your shadow, when you hold your clicking again, you choose the shadows area. So it won't or should I show you an example? When you didn't when you click and mix anyhow, this is what is going to happen. Like you see the shadow areas, you see, if you do it rough, you see it's really want to smart with the face. As you can see right now, I guess you guys are seeing it. See, I guess if you are mixing it, you see the shadows and the light have mixed together. You see how it looks like a masquerade. So we don't need this. So you have to maintain the zone and the areas. So you are going back. If you want to, maybe whether you made a mistake, if you want to return it back to the normal place you want to continue on, you control Z, clean this, Control Z, clean that also, Control Z, means Z. As you can see, everything is back to normal, as you can see right now. So let's start again. Maintain the shadow areas. As a beginner, you don't need to rush when you're retouching. You don't need to rush. Just choose where you want, then you choose the areas you want to retouch. Choose click. I guess you're seeing what I'm doing. So I should have made this thing, I should have fast forward this side, but I just want you guys to understand what I'm doing and what I'm trying to explain. So at first, do not touch the nose. The nose is one slight like you might made a mistake and you really change the face when you touch the nose immediately. The only places you have to touch is just the cheeks, the forehead first, the cheeks, side and everything, the jaws, before the nose. If you want to retouch last on the face, you have to retouch the nose last. So do not retouch immediately like that. So choose the areas you want and choose the areas you want to retouch. So shadow is shadow is the highlight, you adjust them, highlight. Let me show you before and after. Before, did you see, and after. I see there's changes on the face. Before, after. So choose the areas you want and choose the areas you want to retouch. So shadow is shadow is the highlight, you adjust them, highlight. Let me show you before and after. Before, did you see, and after. I see there's changes on the face. Before, after. So let's continue. Maintain the highlight and make sure the shadow is not really so you're making use, and the neck is very something soft. On the neck, on the image neck, it's very something. Make sure your selection is on the low frequency separation. This is where we are working on. If you up the low frequency separation, you see how sharp the textures is. This is what they call textures, and this is what they call the color. So let me unhide this thing. Let me hide it. So as you can see, you see how sharp this thing is. The textures came out very well. So when you hide this high frequency separation, you will say it's blurry. So let's come back. Make sure you are on this selection, then you choose. You sure you're choosing this is the shadow side, then the highlights areas. Make sure you're choosing the areas, then this is the shadow, the shadow. So now you see what I'm talking about. Where you made a mistake, then you have to maintain the highlight and the areas. I've returned this back. So the shadow, I guess you guys are gaining things on what I'm talking about. I'm having more ideas on these things. When you line this thing so much, you just have to make use of your own style and pattern. Everyone in this retouching stuff, everyone have different pattern and style of retouching. So this is my own style of retouching, and if I want to teach someone, I have a different way, so many different ways to retouch. Or as you can see, so let's make this thing very fast. So let me just fast forward it a little bit because of our time. So meet you in a jiffy. Caution. When it comes to nose, I just want to show you the tutorial about the nose. You don't need more retouching on the nose when it comes to retouching. As you can see right now, you see there's a lot of retouching on the face rather. As you can see, you see how the skin has been retouched on the skin. So let me show you before and after. Before, as you can see, you see how rough it is before, then after, you see how clean and neat it is right now. As you can see the skin, I hope you can see it clearly apart from the nose. So let's continue. So you can see, make sure you're not going beyond the highlights and shadow. So this will be the shadow. I just have to make this thing very fast. This very fast. Well, I just want to make this more this tutorial to be explainable and for you guys to understand more and more about the frequency separation. As you can see on the nose, let me reduce the size of the brush. As you can see, I'm making it. Yes, so it's really not something much. So you move it from the back. Let me show you a few little secrets on this retouching stuff. Now we've retouched these things, but you see we still have some mistakes, like some highlights and shadows are mixed together, but they're not really rhymes together. Now this is the secret you're going to make use of if you really want those things to clean up correctly. So let me show you the step and the trick. So you choose this tools, lasso tools, then you go, then you choose, let me choose 18 pixel. Some choose 22 pixel, some choose 18 pixel, but for this image I don't really want to edit it. I don't really want to edit this too much, because if you edit it too much it's going to really look plasticky. So these are the tricks. You zoom a little bit, like, yeah, then you highlight the areas you want to correct properly, like this. Then you go to blur, Gaussian blur, then you increase so the image should be correct, like this. I guess 20 is okay. Yeah, 20 is okay. Then deselect, then choose the under area you want to correct, then you go in 20, but if you want to increase the areas, I choose 18 for this. So Gaussian blur, okay, I have to highlight this. I don't really want to make this thing looks plasticky, so this is now 12. Gaussian blur, you can increase, yeah, 23. I want 23 for this. This is really okay. So you are choosing it like this, the areas, then you're choosing Gaussian blur. Let's choose starting. Yeah, we can choose it any way you want, anyhow you want it. Gaussian blur, this is the starting effect. And you can see, you see there's they're rhyming together. So you select, then now you see nice 30 in radius, so you choose this also. And this and 30 in radius. I'm using 30 right now in radius. So you choose the areas again. Do not choose beyond the wiggles. The wiggles will clean off when you're doing it that way. Do not select those areas. So you choose this also, then select 30. So you choose the areas again, this area, then select this 30. So you choose this also, but you don't need more selections on this thing. If you really see it's getting really fading off, you have to reduce the radius, but choose start first. Okay, 30 is okay for it. But if you want to reduce the radius, you fade the radius. From here, the opacity, you reduce the opacity. Yeah, as you can see right now. So the radius, okay, I guess, yeah. Then the neck, be careful about the neck when you're getting it blur or making it, when you're blurring it. So Gaussian blur, 30, select. Some you might, there's some areas you might increase to 60, even though 100 safe. So guys, we are done with this tutorial on fabric separation. So our next tutorial will be dodge and burn, on how to create dodge and burn, and on how to apply dodge and burn on the face. of this image. So stay tuned and in the group. You have to just make some opinions, and if you're not in the group yet, join us. There's a link down the description, and if you want to join the group in Facebook, and our private group on WhatsApp is on the description. So thank you very much. I hope you understand everything I taught you about this frequency separation. Next will be dodge and burn. And don't forget to subscribe to see more of my content, and turn on the notification button to see more of my updates when I upload any tutorial on my channel. So make sure you like, also share to your friends which who is interested on frequency separation or photo editing or on retouching. So okay, before I go, let me show you before and after of the image and the process we made. This is before and this is after. This is before and after. Let me show you the textures on the face so you can see what I'm talking about the retouching. As you can see, the textures on the face, you can see how it looks like on the face, how retouched state. Let me show you before. This is before. As you can see the before, see how rough our face looks like. So after, see how smooth is it and retouched is it. You might be on the 360p or image resolution or video resolution. Let me zoom in very well so you can see the textures very well. These are the textures. This is the retouched. As you can see, these are the retouched, and everything has been retouched on the face. This is before. I see how rough the face is before, and this is after I retouched the image. So thank you very much, guys. We'll see you in the next tutorial. All love.